it's your friendly neighborhood Yawning Cat, and I am coming to you with the 4th episode of the Single Mom LP, and I am so psyched you wouldn't believe. I'm recording the audio of this video because my software is just trying to murder me. So what did we do before Sandy went for a little short nappy nap in the morning? We had Sandy paint a few paintings, earn a little bit more money, and then she bought a bookshelf for Annie. Remember the time that Annie broke her new dollhouse, the one that we had bought to replace the dollhouse that her daddy broke? Well, afterwards, Sandy sort of felt bad that Annie didn't have anything to play with other than her, nesting blocks and a few toys. And the toy she took from the park. Remember that? So she bought her a bookshelf. And I think that when Annie gets just a little bit more of the thinking skill and can read, the books on her own, she will definitely enjoy the fact that she can, read books, not just play with dolls, but, sort of make her imagination go wild with all the stories written in the toddler books. So we are going to have Sandy clean up a little bit in the morning. And then we will probably have, Annie take care of her needs, Sandy help take care of Annie's needs. And the plan for today is to go to the spa with Isla and Sandy. Like I've said before, I definitely want Sandy to have more time with her sister and sort of, balance it all. I want Sandy to be that, super mom that, raises an amazing kid, has a career, and still maintains her friendships and, can build her relationships and even her romantic relationships. Hint, hint to episode 3 where she went on a date with Lawson. So if I feel a little bit nuts, it's because Antonio is here once again. Let me tell you this much. Every single time we record, which is every single time that we play this household, he slithers his way into Sandy's apartment, either to break Annie's dollhouse, either to watch their TV and use their electricity bill to his advantage, or to just stare at his daughter on the potty. It's like, I can't make him leave, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna lock the door and only allow the household at some point. Oh, and Sandy reached parenting level 5. Cool. So we are going to probably have Annie, nom nom on some grilled cheese, and I feel like these girls have been eating nothing but grilled cheese. So this evening we're probably gonna cook up something else, and maybe even bring somebody over. Maybe bring Isla over after the spa day. That would definitely be cool because I feel like Annie could definitely use interacting with somebody else outside of her household. Oh, and she's a little bit sad, I think. Is it the potty again? We'll have to check. Yep, it's the potty accident. And she's just so cute. Oh, she's always upset about the potty accidents. To me, it just feels like such a small thing. Like, I wouldn't get angry at a toddler, but I bet the toddler gets sad because she's trying so hard to, make it into the potty, and then she goes through the side. And we are going to try and soothe her, and she rejects her mother. Okay, I have no idea what is going on with Annie these days. But I bet it has something to do with the fact that her mom is going to go to work soon. She's going to start going to work regularly now after her little vacation. And she probably feels upset about that. Or maybe she just misses Isla and Lawson. Who knows? Either way, she has a little bit of a temper, this girl. But, it's nothing that Sandy can deal with. She's a super mama. She loves her daughter, and oh, that hug is so cute. Oh, the little panda bear and her mama hugging is so cute. Proud. Look at this little bundle of joy. All hopes for the future lie with them, and the future looks bright. Hell yes, it's bright. I mean, I have huge plans for Annie, but don't tell anyone. It's a secret because you can't know, because then it's not going to be interesting to watch her grow up. But We're gonna have Annie eat grilled cheese for the time being, and we are going to have Sandy perhaps chat a little bit with her daughter. Maybe. Oh no, we're gonna have her empty the trash, which is also good. Autonomous trash taking out. Always a good sign of a clean mom. And I'm pretty sure we're gonna invite Isla after this because I can see how Annie might be missing her auntie and her uncle Lawson. Well, uncle for now. And Sandy is cleaning something. Okay, it's like when you take being a super mom to being a superhuman and you just clean the pavement because you have some spare time in your daily routine. So we're going to chat to Annie over her little grilled sandwich, and we will probably have Sandy praise her because once again she ate her meal like a good girl, didn't throw it on the floor, didn't make a mess. So I am just so proud, and I bet Sandy is proud as well. So I definitely want her to praise her little daughter for eating like a good girl. Just a good kid in general. We are going to have Sandy clean up probably. Oh, and Annie reached level 2 of the communications, so that's really cool. You go, Annie, and we have to apologize for something. Well, here you go. I'm gonna have her clean up, and I think after this, oh, Annie's crying. Okay, we will let Annie cry. Crying is okay. Let your emotions out. It's all fine. But we definitely have to soothe her. Oh, and there's no disciplining that. Good. It would be silly if the game was like discipline recent behavior, like be strict about crying. Like, oh, I hate parents that tell kids not to cry. I am just like, what are you doing? And then you're gonna have a kid that has no emotional awareness simply because you didn't let that kid experience emotions in the first place. Anyway, we are probably gonna travel with Sandy and Isla to the spa, so see you there. And we are at the Perfect Balance Spa. It's the one that Max's creator, I think 001, created. It's basically the one that came with the spa game pack, and we are having our two beloved sisters hang out here for the day. We are going to have them hug lovingly because the sisters are reunited after only a couple of days of not seeing each other. But hey, I get it. If I had a sister, I'd probably miss her as well. And I always take 1,000 screenshots when I play. Fun fact, I actually have a folder of screenshots for every single save file household that I have ever played on The Sims 4. So all of the households have their own little folder in my pictures folder with their save file name on it, and then all the screenshots that belong to their story, because I'm just nostalgic like that. I like taking screenshots and then viewing them afterwards. And we are going to go back to Sandy's story and have her change into a towel and go take a little relaxation in the sauna with her sister. And if I am rolling my R's a little bit too much today, that's because I am feeling crazy and I hope you like it. So, yeah, we're gonna have them relax together, relax a little bit, after their intense days. One is taking care of her, entertainer career, dealing with fans and stuff, with all the paparazzis. And the other one is dealing with her adorable daughter that is throwing a little bit too many fits for even my liking. But hey, every parent has to face his or her challenges. So there you go. So we're going to have them chat. We're going to have them just sort of catch up, because I feel like they would definitely I feel like they are such close friends that they would just share like the smallest details of their lives, probably have, a little conversation about the date that happened between Isla and Isla, between Sandy and Lawson, because I feel like, um, you know, Sandy would sort of spill all the beans, and Isla would be like, "Oh my god, I got your message. I didn't write to you because I didn't want you, sitting on your phone all day. We know what happened. How was it like?" And I feel like Sandy's like, "Oh, it was cool. It was nice. Don't know where this is going, but it went well." And I had Sandy boast about her family because she's the kind of mom that even with all the little hardships of dealing with a child, and raising a child, she'd still be the proudest parent ever. So of course she would boast about her family, like, "Hell's yeah, I have the most amazing toddler, and what are you gonna do about it?" So Isla is hitting the yoga class, which I actually wanted to join as well. So we are going to have Sandy practice some yoga. And this is her first time ever trying yoga. And hey, look who's here, her dad. "Hey Sandy, it's me, Lawson. Do you want to go out on a date?" Okay, no thank you this time. But what you guys need to understand is that I've decided that we are going to go on dates with Lawson only when Lawson is the one inviting Sandy, aka autonomous decisions, kind of dates. Like if the game's algorithm, thinks, Lawson is definitely hitting on Sandy, and and Lawson sends Sandy a message saying, "Can we go on a date?" Then we go on a date. We don't force anything. So Sandy isn't gonna do any kind of asking out from now on. Everything is up to Lawson because Sandy is definitely going to take this slow. Even though this is, Lawson we're talking about, she is definitely taking it slower than usual because she's already been burned once, by a guy. So right now, she's just taking it, as it comes, one day at a time, one autonomous date at a time. And right now, she's going to take a little bit of a lavender soak because she is getting a little bit dirty. And everybody is glitching out. My favorite part of yoga class is where we just stand and twitch all together. And then everybody do the flop. Yeah, cool. Well, yeah, we're going to have Sandy take a little bath and bent out of shape. It looked easy, but it was not. Well, that's realistic. And Isla just hugged her dad. Well, obviously, because Isla doesn't have a bad relationship with her dad. Her dad is super proud of Isla because, like, he was the one that, signed her up for guitar class. He's the one that, saw that every single recital was attended by the entire family. And he was, the first one to buy her first single on, Sims tunes. And he was the first one to, buy her first, like, guitar that cost like thousands of simoleons. He is the one that supported her dream and sort of led her to that dream. And of course, he would have that sort of relationship with her. And we are going to have Sandy have a foot massage from Fernando, I think that was. And we are going to get a foot rub because her feet because her feet are probably tired from all the walking around, standing around, and just sort of chasing after her little bundle of joy. And yeah, she's just gonna relax on the chair, probably gonna get some thumbnail material here, definitely, for sure. I mean, this is an episode about their spa days, so hells yeah, I'm finding a thumbnail amongst all of these screenshots. Don't mind if I do. um, yeah, sometimes it actually helps to have the audio, file get corrupted on you because then you get to record it again, which, well, it leads to this. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. And Sandy is talking to Fernando about her, toddler, and she's like, oh my god, she's so wonderful. Of course, we're having these little, moments, but I'm dealing with it calmly, being a firm mom. And yeah, so that's the way I'm dealing with stuff. How are you, Fernando? How's the massage business going? Oh, do not kill my foot. uh, yeah, Sandy would probably be that kind of girl that would just chat up, everyone, because she's just so cheerful and positive, and even through the darkest of days, she tries to keep a smile on her face, and that rhymed. So I'm patenting this as my catchphrase. So there you go. Through the darkest of days, she keeps a smile on her face. I kind of want her to change it to a towel and maybe hit the sauna again with her sister, but then again, it's around 8 o'clock. So maybe we're just gonna grab some like fizzy drinks downstairs and chat with Isla before we go back to our place. Oh, and she had an amazing foot rub. That is so good. I'm so glad. Because that was my goal, to give Sandy the most enjoyable spa day ever. Obviously, she didn't get an expensive massage or anything, but then again, she doesn't have the funds for it. So there you go. So we're gonna have her grab a fizzy drink, go together with her sister, and we're just gonna have her relax a little bit before she, comes back home to her cute little, bundle of sunshine called Annie. And we are going to have them chat about, their life over some drinks. There's a little strawberry in that fizzy drink. For some reason, when I see like strawberries in fizzy drinks, it just feels weird because strawberries are, I don't know, still drinks like creamy milkshakes. I can definitely see a strawberry in that, but like a fizzy drink with a strawberry, wouldn't do that. Oh, and we're gonna make her have a toast. Two sisters, may we always prevail against the odds. And she's like, I smell. Isla is definitely the kind of jokester. She's that's why she's in the entertainment career, because she was always the kind of sister that sat in the class. She was the popular one out of the two. She was the one that made jokes and everybody laughed at them. And Sandy was, the quiet, shy girl in the back of the class, just, doodling sketches of like skirts and frilly shirts and blouses with like open backs. And, that's the kind of girl she was. And she always loved her sister for the person that she was. And just in case you're wondering, that both of the houses I am showing to you, which is her sister's home and her parents' new house, both are built by me, and you can find them on the gallery. And her parents actually used to live in a bigger house with 2 rooms, but after their daughters moved out, they sort of moved to a more economic, choice, a smaller house for the 2 parents. Speaking of economy, we are going to make some cheap dinners, some cheap dinner for the girls. Probably some BLTs, which, correct me if I'm wrong, are bacon, lettuce, and tomato. I'm kind of sure it is. Not really. I'm not American, and I'm not like from a country that uses abbreviations for naming food, so oh well. Yeah, so we'll just have Sandy make some BLT. We will. Oh, and Isla is catching a little cheat meal before dinner, and that's salsa and chips. And last night, me and my husband had some salsa and chips, and I am not a fan of salsa and chips simply because, like, the tortilla chips that they sell in stores here are usually like really, they just taste like weird and odd, and I don't like them. But then like last night my husband picked out like these cheesy tortilla chips, and the salsa was like spicy, and like the spicy salsa and the cheesy tortilla chips Oh my god, it was so good. So yeah, and have to sort of captivate this glitch because there's a floating a wooden board above the sink, because that's how we make BLTs in The Sims 4. And as I like to say, it's the small glitches in life that I really live for. So we're gonna have Annie talk about superheroes and princesses and favorite colors and just everything she can possibly talk about with her communication skill. We're gonna talk about it with Isla. Auntie Isla hasn't been here for a couple of days, and Annie has a bunch of stories she'd like to tell. Um, so we are going to have Sandy grab a serving, put Annie in the high chair. We're going to give her some BLT as well because she's a hungry little bundle of joy. And then probably grab a serving each, including Isla and Sandy. And we will enjoy, this little dinner. Three favorite girls of this LP are going to have dinner together and chat about all the things that really matter, which is the small things in life. Um, so I'm going to make them grab some servings. Probably will put leftovers back into the fridge. And I kind of lost the bowl there. Gonna find it eventually. We'll put the leftovers in the fridge just so they wouldn't ruin, because we don't throw out ruined food in this household. We put it in the fridge so it would stay fresh. And we will have the bunch just talk about stuff. Probably gonna have Sandy eventually, praise Annie for eating, because she eats like a good kid. For the past few times she's been eating her plate. She's been leaving it clean. She hasn't been making a mess. So that's really great. I am actually really proud of Annie. As proud as they come. And Sandy's checking out the dish rack and she's like, yeah, I'm gonna have to clean up after all of these girls are done with their food. So yeah, we're definitely gonna praise Annie. And Isla is kind of feeling miserable. I'm hoping she's not gonna pee herself or whatever. Oh, yeah, I want to check the parenting level 5. So Sandy can now ground children who misbehave. For a softer approach, she can discuss the bad behavior and hug it out. She can also access more ways to solve a kid's motifs. So that's really cool. In case you didn't know what parenting level 5 gave you, now you do. So good for you and good for me, because this is the first time. Well, no, I think in my current household, I have also reached parenthood level 5. And there's a floating bowl. Just ignore that. But I don't make a habit of reading the descriptions of what the levels give. I just sort of I see it play out as I play with the skill. I don't usually read the descriptions, but I feel like for an audience that may not have the Parenthood game pack, it's kind of useful for you to know what every level sort of brings into the parents' lives. So here you go. And Isla is dirty as a dirty, I don't know, skunk. And oh, Annie is crying. So we're gonna have Isla pick her up. But for some reason, Isla is way too preoccupied with her own body odor to help Annie out. So Sandy will do the job. And I don't know. I kind of want her to go home, but there's no goodbye interaction as far as I can see. So I guess we're just going to have we're just gonna ask her to leave. I don't want Isla to, suffer while being here. I really don't want her to experience horrible amounts of discomfort. So we're just gonna ask her to go home and, clean up in the comfort of her own place. And then we're gonna play with our daughter. Yeah, so we're gonna have Isla leave. We had a nice day with her, but it's time for her to go home. And now we're gonna play with our kid. And finally, can I hear an hallelujah, because we're finally playing around in the living room space, not around sinks and dining chairs. So there you go. I feel like we can end this episode here. Hopefully my hyperactivity isn't too distracting for you. Hope it's actually fun and all. So we had a good episode. We had, the sisters bond in the spa. We had them chat. We had them come over back and see Annie. Annie is now feeling rather fine. Sandy is going to work in the next episode, so that's pretty freaking awesome. And so far, these girls are getting along better. Hopefully, Annie will have smaller tantrum moments. And she will be better now that she will regularly see the closest people to her heart. So, once again, thank you so much to everyone that is watching. Comment, subscribe, like, do whatever you wish to do. And just thank you so much for everything. And I will see you soon. Bye!